All right. I didn't think I was going to make a video. I really didn't think I was going to make a video, but I just got this message on Facebook just now that Mr. Arun Shekar has just passed away, has died. Now, I've never spoken about Arun Shekar, and I don't think I have. He was the CEO of Global Engineering Services. Now, who is this guy? If I tell you who is this guy and what he did, you'll not believe me. You'll seriously not believe. I don't want to go back into what had happened, but you can just check 2011 Machedo suicide. Okay, it was that phase of my life where I had no money to eat food. I didn't have anything. I had nothing to survive, to sustain, nothing. Okay, it was at that time that I met this guy Arun Shekar, 2011. Now Arun Shekar, I'll play a video. I'll play a video which I got from the YouTube. Just listen to him, okay? Just watch the video.
Now, Dr. Basin brought out all the right points and the right concerns as regards the utilization of water, the need to reuse it and recycle and reuse it, and why it's important to conserve it for the future generation when we claim that we are environmentally and socially responsible.
Now this guy is very soft-spoken Malayali. That time I think he was in his 55 or 60s. Simple guy, very, very thin. Nothing, means if you'd see him, you would not even know that he's a CEO of a company. That simple, well articulated, well presented, soft spoken. Now, how did I bump into him? How did you will not believe, but when I was penniless, I was homeless, I had no place to eat food, nothing. I had thought of this crazy idea that I'm going to get out of this by asking people to pay me money, to give me money, to study, to complete my education, to complete my training, to help me set up my services and to start my career. Now the funny thing is I had no money even to eat food. Forget training. I didn't have a computer, man. I had nothing, no certifications, nothing. But I had this crazy idea that I'm going to propose this, that I need, to give you an idea right now, the amount that I had thought of at that time, I think it was around $60,000, 60. And I was going to ask, I need $60,000 for training, studying, certification, whatever. And I'll give you back in terms of value. I can't pay you back in terms of money. I know, it sounds like a crazy idea, right? It is a crazy idea. If just imagine someone comes to you and says, I want $60,000 from you. Give me that money so that I can study. I'm not going to pay you anything back. The thing is, when you don't have any food in your stomach, when you don't have a mother, father who wants to help you, when you don't have friends, when you don't even have a reason to live, well, what do you have to lose? So I took a list of people's numbers and I started asking. I actually started to do this. I actually started to ask people, I need $60,000 to study and to learn and get educated and training and this and that. And today, nowadays, youngsters come to me and say, I need money for my college and all that. I kind of understand where they're coming from, but in their case, they are not on the streets. They are not about to die. They have mother, father, they have brother, sister, everyone. My case, I had nobody. I didn't even have money to buy a plate of French fries, man. It was that bad. So in that state, I started asking people. I would take people's numbers, ask for some reference. Finally, one person who I know, his name is Suresh Cherian. Suresh Cherian is a Malayali guy, engineer. He knows me from very many years. Suresh Cherian is in his 50s, that time 50s, now he must be more. I told him, Suresh, if you know anyone who can help me, please just refer. He said, I'll think about it, I'll get back to you. After a few hours, Suresh called me back. He said, Loy, there's someone who I know who may help you, I'm not sure. I said, anyone, I'm okay with anyone. I know this sounds like a crazy story, but someone who can help me to study or whatever. Suresh said, call this guy, his name is Arun Shekar. I said, okay. He told me, he didn't tell me who is he. Arun Shekhar, talk to him, whatever. So immediately I called up this number, and this is a very raspy voice. It's an old voice. So I spoke to him and I said, sir, this is so-and-so is my story, and so-and-so I want to do. And he listened to it. And then he said, okay, can you come tomorrow to my office? I said, okay. And I said, okay, fine, whatever. And suddenly he said, by the way, do you have money for taxi? I told him, no, I don't have money for taxi. Saying, okay, fine. I will send a driver to pick you up. I said, okay. On the following day, he sent a driver and he picked me up. He sent a driver and he picked me up. He took me to the free zone, Sharjah free zone. And this was a company, Global Engineering Services. And, I went in, simple clothes, whatever, jeans. I went in and I was taken upstairs. And there in the main room, this was the main office, this was the managing director's office. I knocked, I opened. As I come in, and there I saw him sitting in a glass table, next to a glass table. I didn't know, but then I came to know. He is the CEO of the company. CEO of Global Engineering Services. So I stood there and said, Loy, how are you? And so he said, okay, you want to study and all that. I said, yes, I want to study. I want to get certified and this and that, and told him everything. Okay. And then what are you going to do next? I told him I'm going to train people and all that, and he listened to everything I had to say. And I told him I'll sign any paper, anything you want, pay you back the money. And then he said, okay. He took out a checkbook. He wrote something there, took it out and said, Loy, take this. And I was like, what? I went near him. He gave me the amount of money. Now, out of respect for him, I'll not say how much money he gave. But when I held that check, I couldn't believe my eyes. Okay? And then he said, Loy, use this money to study and whatever. I said, yeah, I will sign a paper. No, that's okay. You don't have to sign anything. I said, but if I am taking money from you, if I don't return, he's saying, that we'll see. When you have to return or you don't return, that is that we'll see later. I just stood there dumbfounded. Here is a man who I didn't know until a few hours ago, and I'd never met. I just met him just now. I don't know him apart from his name. He doesn't know me. And he just gave me a check with a sizable amount of money. And here I'm looking at him, and he is giving me money and he is not asking for it back. Then as I took the money, I just kept quiet. He just asked me, Loy, oh, how stupid of me. Loy, would you like a cup of tea? I was hungry. So I said, yes, I want a cup of tea. Okay. So he ordered a cup of tea. He said, sit down. I sat down. He ordered a cup of tea. I asked for one more because I was so hungry, and he bought one more. And then he suddenly said, did you eat anything? I said, no, I'll eat later. He's saying, do you have money for food? I told him no. Next thing you know, he took his checkbook. He wrote down another sum of money. He said, Loy, take this. This is for food and for your other expenses. Just take this money. I said, but you already gave me. No, you keep this also. This is for food. So I took that. Then after that he asked me, Loy, how will you go home? I said, I'll go walking. Saying, do you have a license? I said, yes. Saying, okay, I'll give you a car. You take our company car and you use it for your marketing. You need for marketing and all that, right? I said, yeah. Now, let this sink in, what is happening. I just met the guy. He has given me money for studying. And before you know it, because he knows I don't have money for food, he gives me a money for the month for food and whatever. And then before you know it, again he gives me his car keys of his company. I just stood there dumbfounded. I really didn't know what to say. And then I said, Loy, listen, I don't feel bad. I have some meeting. You go ahead. You buy and keep me updated. I said, okay. The same human being who I never met, who I didn't know, gave me all this. I cannot state how many things he has done for me. But you can be rest assured that for a guy like me who had nothing, no food, no place to stay, nothing to live for, even his own parents didn't want to help. This man, he gave me all these things. He would actually call me up to say, Loy, everything okay? Okay, do you need anything? And the impact on my life, forget the money, the impact on my life was far more greater than what I can state. And what I found out later is this man has not only helped me, he has helped so many men and women, so many. He has literally given away everything he had, all his money he has given to help other people. Now I don't know how many people turned around to thank him, or in fact I don't know how far this is true, but it seems later on he was jailed because of some checks that were issued in his company's name or something. The man was a good man. He did a lot of people a lot of good. But he never told anyone about it. He never told anyone. He never bragged. He never showed off. And if you'd see him, you'd never think that this man is the CEO of a company. He wore a simple shirt. He wore a simple trouser. Very skinny guy. Old. So when I came to know that he is no more, I just remembered all these things, I don't know anything about him. I'm being honest with you. I don't know if he has a family. I don't know if he has children. I don't know if he has... I don't know anything about him. All I know is when I asked for help, he, out of the blue, he just spoke to me and said, yeah, I heard this, you want money to study, and he called me and he just gave me the money. Over the next few months, he did help me get some more training and even made sure that I had the computer, the iMac, second-hand I bought, because I didn't have anything. He helped me set it all up. And eventually I gave him back the car. I really don't know anything about him other than his name is Arun Shekar, and he was the CEO of Global Engineering Services. I don't know anything else about him. I never spoke to him after that, and he was in jail, and so for someone like me, I don't believe in heaven and hell, but if I could say something to him, I would just say thank you, I would just show my daughter's face and my wife's face and say thank you for this life, this baby that there is, this wife that I married. It's all because of angels like him, He's no more. He's gone. And now the only thing I have is memories of him. Just memories. Funny, Funny how life is. I just want to say through this video, Mr. Arun, Mr. Arun Shekhar, just thank you, Thank you for whatever I have today, It's your unbelievable generosity, trust, heart, because of which today I'm still alive, I don't know what else to say, man, other than, in life you meet people like this who even if you make a movie or talk about, nobody will believe, All I can tell you is he was a good man. I don't know his religion. I don't know his community. I don't know his family. I don't know anything. I don't know anything about him. I just know his name is Arun Shekar. And he saved my life. That's all I know. I just want to say through this video, if anybody who is related to Arun Shekhar, just you are blessed to have a human being like him. He was a good man. That's all I want to say. Arun Shekhar, just want to say thank you. That's it.